Today we're going to change the belt on a swamp cooler motor. You can see this belt is really bad condition. It's dry rotted. It's just really bad and old. We're reconditioning this whole swamp cooler, and I made a longer version, longer video, if you want to watch it, on how to recondition this and get it ready for summer. But this video here is just on the belt, and as you can see, the belt's in bad shape. So that when we put the new belt on, that is about the right tension right there you want. So that's the correct tension. You don't want these belts on too tight, and you don't want them too loose. But that's about the right tension right there. I just want to show you. So we're going to take this belt off of here. And so to take the belt off, we have to loosen up the bracket that holds the motor in. There's two bolts there. There's two bolts on each side, and you don't take these bolts off. You just loosen them up. When we loosen these bolts up on both sides, you see around here, see this long bracket? It holds the motor in place. And there's the other two. All you do is loosen these up, and that bracket swings back and forth. You can see right there that the groove. When you loosen this up, that groove, this is how you tighten up the belt. And this is how you take the belt off. Very simple. If you use a longer open-end wrench, you won't bust up your knuckles. But if you use one of these adjustable wrenches, you'll probably bust up your knuckles. Just a little tip. But the adjustable wrench does fine. These bolts are not difficult to do. So both sides, there's two bolts each side. We loosen them up on both sides. Now we pull the motor forward. As you pull the motor forward, you see the belt loosens up. Very simple. You just take the belt off. It really is that simple. So I do think that changing one of these belts is a do-it-yourself job. You can do it. It's not that hard. And you take the old belt to Home Depot or your local hardware store, and they have all different sizes there, and they'll give you the right size belt. And so when you get back from the hardware store, I'm going to show you how to put that belt back on. And again, this is a pretty easy job. The bracket just goes back and forth, and once we put the new belt on, we're going to tighten those nuts back up. Pretty simple. Save yourself a little bit of money. You can do this. And now when you're doing your maintenance, your yearly maintenance, you get your swamp cooler ready for the summer, you might want to check out your belt. If your belt looks like this one, do yourself a favor and change it. You don't want no emergencies during the summer months when it's 120 degrees out. So we're going to recondition this old swamp cooler. It's in really bad shape. We're going to recondition it. And now while you're doing the belt, always put a little oil in the bearings for the fan. There are bearings on both sides. If you notice, my screwdriver is holding up the lid. The cap. It's a cap lid. It's spring-loaded. You just push it up with your screwdriver. And twice a year, you should put oil in there. They're on both sides of the fan. Those are the bearings for the fan. And it's on both sides. Now here's the new belt. We're going to put the new belt on. We went to the hardware store. We got the belt. Like you take the old belt with you. Always make sure you get the right belt. I mean, don't throw the old belt in the garbage and then go to the hardware store and they say, well, what size you need? Duh. No. Make sure you take your old belt with you. That's self-explanatory, I would hope. So here's the new belt. I'm going to put the new belt on. First, you slip it around the motor pulley. And then you start it on the big pulley. And with your left hand, you push the motor forward. So see there? You push the motor forward with your left hand. You take your right hand, wrap the belt around the bigger pulley, and all you do is turn the pulley clockwise, and it just slips on real simple. Now watch this. See how I just turn it? Watch how I turn it. It just slips right on. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So very simple to put the belt on. Now, of course, it's too loose there. Now you use your left hand and you push the motor to the left. You tighten the belt up and then as you're pushing the motor to the left, you tighten up these bolts. All four of these bolts, just tighten them up. It's very simple. You can do it. Good luck.